What a day in America. We are far, far from Capitol Hill, but it feels like it's in our backyard as the news reports go 24/7, letting us know what's happening in front of the White House. Historically, this is quite a moment, not just for the United States of America, but globally. So we thought we would bring forth our guides, the Ascended Masters that we channel, and although they never get political and they never take sides and they never see anything as evil or good, we thought we would like to get their take on what's been happening.
As Renee said, the Ascended Masters never take sides. They never see anything as being good or bad, black or white, up or down. They only see things as they are. They see us as energy beings having an experience. But we are always curious what it is that they might think and what their perception is of what's going on now in America.
So let's bring them forward. Anthony will go into trance. We will channel the Ascended Masters and just get their take on what's been happening this week. So for those new to our work or new to seeing any of our channeling, Anthony is going into an Ujjayi breath, slowing his breath down, slowing his state of being now, getting into a theta brainwave state so that he can connect to these deeper and higher dimensions and bring forth the Ascended Masters that we channel collectively. So now he's going into a trance state, and momentarily he will bring them through, and we'll just have a short chit-chat about what's been happening in the United States. Wow. What a way to start the new year.
Thank you for receiving us, Gaia. Always an honor and privilege to be here in your presence. We know why we are here.
Anthony and I were chatting after watching many hours of televised news about what's been happening in Washington, D.C. this week.
First and foremost, your time is irrelative to us. What we mean is this: you're starting a new year. That's nice. We don't see it as a new year. We just see it as a continuation of energy.
Well, even if it's a continuation of energy, we are moving towards passing the baton from one president to another president.
Another thing we like to make certain that any of you, any healer, spiritual healer, light worker, whenever your guides are coming through, they are or should be of the highest light. And when they are, you must understand that they do not take political sides. There is no good or bad. There is no high or low. There only is. Stay in the present moment and exist. We don't see you as having a difficult political moment, but you do. That is your own perception. We didn't create it. You did.
So when you say that we created it, do you mean the collective consciousness of American humanity created it? And if so, why?
A collective consciousness of humanity itself. It's nothing more than a process that humanity is experiencing as it moves closer to light, as it moves closer to its authentic self. It's nothing more than a process, an evolutionary ascension, if you will. Again, an enlightening, an enlivening moment in time. If you want us now to comment specifically on what it is that you perceive is occurring, then we will.
Great.
We will give you a comment on your own perceptions.
We welcome that.
But we too are a part of your perceptions because we're not different than you. We're the same.
I realize it's a process. I realize that maybe it is just a perception. But for those who are feeling this uncertainty and this big shift, if you like, in American history, what's going on?
You always want answers, absolute answers where they don't exist. But we'll give you something to hold on to. Anytime there is a shift in energies, it also or often comes in great movements of energy. Energy forms. Look at it that way, that your government is going through a very big shift. Perhaps now you will all come together as one United States of America. As we said previously, your government will have a more gentle, a more loving government than what you have installed previously.
There's a lot of extreme behaviors going on here. Can you speak to that?
Well, believe this or not, what you see as violent is actually quite peaceful. You see, as a species, you've come a long way. You were much, much, much more violent as a species 100, 200, 300, 500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 years ago, and then some.
But we haven't experienced that in this timeline, in this period of time.
What do you mean you haven't experienced this? You have experienced violence your entire life in this timeline. If it's not against you, then it's against someone else. Those that are not thinking like you, those who have a sexual preference towards another being or another kind, those who have different skin color as yours, those who have different cultures, those that have different languages, those that eat different foods, those that look at you wrong. All you do is have violence against each other. So to say that you've never experienced violence in this timeline, well, that's incorrect. You have caused violence against each other since the beginning of your species.
That is true, but for children watching who have grown up in this country, they haven't seen this kind of thing before.
Children? But you know, even children are infinite beings. You are all infinite beings having an experience at this time. It is an experience that is together as one. If there's something perhaps you can all take from this, as you take from COVID, a viral infection that has killed so many, understand that you truly are special beings and that there's no difference just because your skin is different, the languages are different, and so on. Remember not to take for granted your liberties and freedoms in this three-dimensional realm. You all have free will, more or less. Free will is created by your own intentions. Continue to create freedom and joy and love within all of these perceptions that you have of countries, of people. You see, by doing that, you simply raise the vibration again. When you create governments that are of peace and love, you actually raise the vibration. But when you don't create governments of peace and love and joy, you are slowing down the vibration. But in reality, or at least within this reality, human beings are increasing the vibrational patterns of who they are in this existence. You may see for a very short period of time, for us it's nothing more than a blink of an eye of what's occurring, but this upheaval will make you even stronger as vibrational beings for what's occurring. You will learn and you will grow as a species how to treat each other, how to get along with each other, how to vibrate faster, how to be of high frequency beings. You speak only of your United States of America, but that's been the case from the beginning. But corruption is again nothing more than a perception. Change that corruption to something different. Make it an eruption of love and joy. You see, we don't interfere in your freedom of choice. That is up to the soul. We're only here to guide you so that you may become your true energetic selves in this lifetime. And that is through love, peace, gratitude.
So do you feel when Trump stands out there and incites the violence by encouraging people to get violent and encouraging people to walk the streets and riot, how is that an act of love and grace and unity?
He is nothing more than an energy being. He, she, it, they. We don't see insurrection, violence like you do.
What do you see? He has a lot of power in this 3D realm.
We only see vibrations that are being created by you as a species.
Okay, and so what is the point of creating these vibrations at this time right now?
What is the meaning of them? There is no meaning. You're looking again for answers that don't exist. We don't bring meaning to the vibrations. You do. How do you see them? How do you perceive them? What are you going to do about them? We're telling you that these vibrations are lower vibrational frequencies that have patterns that are not of source energy, but they're here for a reason, we suspect. For you created them. Why are they here?
So it's a short-term disruption that is not of the light, but over the long term, it will serve humanity as a whole.
Yes, in a way. Of course. Do you not learn from your mistakes of the past? We believe you do, and all of you have as human beings. You have learned from the mistakes of the past. You try not to repeat them, and you try to rise above them. You rise above your ancestors. You rise above the shadows of who you are in this lifetime. And you try to be kinder to each other and more gentle and more loving. And we see that. That is what we see in humanity. We don't see the evil, but we see the love. We see it growing and expanding.
So you see the awareness even in the media who is suggesting, right, that this is totalitarian, that it's dictatorship behavior, because we've seen it before. We've seen similar narcissistic patterns of dictators like this before. And so because we are aware of that from our history, as you said, there's more light shining on it so that we don't repeat those same mistakes again.
You put specific terms and words to these frequencies and these vibrations, but we don't. Your words.
I'm human, so yeah,
you speak in.
That's how we perceive what's happening. That's how many human beings perceive what's happening, but certainly not all human beings. There are some people who genuinely believe that the election was stolen from them.
And that's bad. Is that considered bad?
It's another point of view.
Perhaps that's where they want to be, in a sense of fear, hatred, disbelief, in a sense of non-truths, if you will. Perhaps they want to experience what it is to be separated, what it is to feel disgust, disdain all the time. Perhaps they desire to feel disconnected from everything else. Perhaps they want to feel, again, fear above all things. And you see, these are just vibrational patterns that are further from source energy. We do not judge them. We only see their experience as they slowly awaken to whom they truly are. You see, those individuals that you consider or see as Trump supporters who are evil, or Trump himself who is evil, we don't see evil. We only see love. But what we do see is a soul having an experience at a lower vibrational energy.
Further from the light.
Further from the light. There is no really further from the light either. There is just a slower vibrational pattern, that's all. As we've told you before, we don't care how you wake up. There are so many different ways to do it. We only care that you do it, and we are here to assist you in doing it. If you choose that we work through your government to create a more loving and gentle, kind-hearted and grateful governments, we will do that. If that's what it's going to take to increase the vibration of this earth realm. We will work through your religions. We will work through your spirituality. We will work through anything if you want. It doesn't matter. We will work through the food. Those who pick up garbage. Those who sing. Those who dance. Those who read. Those who create art. Through athletes. You see, we work through everything because we're not different than you. We're all the same. We'll work through your wine.
I think that's a good note to end on.
That is a good note. And we want to say to everyone there who's watching this, where you see hatred, see love. Where you see discord, see concord. Where you see fear, see faith. And where you see no peace, see the peace in all things. And with that, we will take leave. And we wish you peace, love, gratitude, and all good things, all good vibrations in your earth realm.
Thank you so much.
Om Shanti 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 Om Hari Om.
Thanks for coming through, guys.
Thank you for being with us, Gaia, and thank you for receiving us. Only love is here. Remember who you are. You are very high light beings. Start vibrating like that now.
So now our guides will take leave and take a step back. Unplug from Anthony's auric field and bring Anthony back to us in the here and now. Disconnecting. Anthony's coming back to join us in the present moment. You back?
Relatively speaking, yes.
So thanks for joining us and tuning in to our life with the Ascended Masters.
Thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you again.
And let's hope that this week and this month and this year starts taking a turn for more joy, happiness, peace, and unity.
I have faith that it will.